to catch their, I mean, obviously losing to Memphis the first time, they're going to be fired up, but catch their attention a little bit more that last night they go into Hartford and knock off UConn?
Yeah, senior day, and they went in, spoiled the senior day, went in, and, you know, UConn was playing pretty well, you know, the last couple games, and they went in and beat them. And they are, you know, they're a team that they haven't given in. It looks like they've rallied a little bit around the fact that Austin Nichols is out, so, you know, it's going to be another World War III.
How different are they without Nichols, and especially defensively with his ability to be a rim protector?
Well, I mean, I think it hurts him the most probably defensively, and he can score, but, you know, they got some other guys to score. I mean, they're a talented team. They got, you know, they got guys who can play and guys who can score, and last night, you know, Burrell went off, and Shaq Goodwin's trying to prove himself, and he's played much better down the stretch. And, you know, I think they've, you know, as a group, they've rallied around the fact that he's out, and everybody's, you know, stepping up their game a little bit. So, you know, again, we got to be ready.
Coach, it sounds like you've been using a lot of World War II or whatever soldier references. Has that been something different that's kind of got the players going? Have you been using that more often recently?
I don't know. It's, you know, it's history, you know, and there's a lot to be learned from history. And, you know, it's like I told the players, I mean, if you look at our history, we win 4 in a row, then we lose a couple. And you got either learn from history and you avoid repeating history, or history has a strange way of repeating itself. And, you know, I've used some World War II references and great battles and those kind of things to drive points home more than anything. And, you know, you can use sports references, you can use a lot of things you can use. I just chose to use those, and I don't know if it's helped.
Well, Mick used to use, he had an analogy for everything, it seems like. I didn't know if he had told you, hey, try this with the guys, it might work.
Just, you know, just things that I know about, you know, things that I'm interested in, those kind of stuff, and how it relates to the game, and you know, and probably this is politically incorrect. You know, a lot of people use war references as far as the game being a war, and, you know, in football and basketball and all sports, you know, we use that because it is a battle. I mean, it's a battle between humans when, you know, when you look at it, and there's a lot to be learned in how to win battles.
That wasn't politically incorrect. You've done worse.
Much worse.
That was good. The turnovers hurt you the first time against Memphis, didn't it?
Oh, it's huge. We had 20 turnovers on the road, and even if you have 20 turnovers at home, you know, it's going to kill you. And that means 20 possessions we didn't get a shot at, and that was a huge factor in us losing that game. Was because we turned it over 20 times, and we cannot do that against them or anybody else the rest of the way and expect to win.
You cleaned that up to some extent, probably not as much as you'd like to at this point.
Well, we're a work in progress on that. You know, we're cutting them down, but we need to continue to cut them down. And in the last 4 or 5 games, we've been much better, and at least we haven't had as many live ball turnovers either, which, you know, then you get a chance to defend and all that, as we know. But can't have live ball turnovers, and against these guys, you definitely can't, because they're athletic and fast, and they'll make you pay.
How much is Jermaine behind the scenes meant to this season? And even though he's struggling a little bit right now, but being able to help guys through, you know, some of the growing pains of.
Oh, he's been huge. I mean, because he's been the consummate Bearcat. I mean, he's in for the win, and whatever that takes by him, and irregardless of how he's playing, he's on that bench cheering. He's in the locker room talking. You know, he wants to play better. It's killing him that he's not playing better and making shots and doing things. But, you know, he's also done some things to steady us defensively at times when he has not played as well offensively. He's come in and shored up a couple things defensively, and, you know, it's a matter of time. He'll make shots again. You know, hopefully we got a lot of games left, and he'll make shots again. I keep telling him that, and he'll be fine. And his teammates know he will. But he's been huge in terms of his attitude. He's continued to lead, and that's important. That's really important. And, you know, for him, it's his senior year, man. We want to send him out, you know, the right way at home here, obviously, and obviously this is another game that, you know, ask SMU last year. They thought they were going to in the NCAA tournament, and then they screwed around, lost a couple games at the end, and we can't take a chance on that. You know, this again, we got to worry about beating Memphis, but it's another step for us. We have to beat Memphis on Saturday. We can't take anything for granted.
Coach, how important has this last 4 stretch of games been for you guys, and how much respect do you guys think you're getting from the tournament committee based on what you've done here in the last 9 days?
Well, I mean, I don't I don't know about respecting the committee and all that. Like I said, all we can control is what we can control. Had we lost previous to the Tulsa game, in my mind, had we lost any of those 3 games, it would have killed us because those would have been bad losses, and we can't afford another bad loss on our record. The Tulsa game we had to have because we needed another high RPI win to add to our resume. And, you know, if you're going to expect to get in the tournament, Tulsa's, you know, on that bubble battling to get in too. You can't lose to another team that's battling to get in and expect to get in. So the last 4 games, we had to have every single one of them. And in my mind, we've got to have the Memphis game. I mean, we can't take anything for granted at this point. I mean, we're not, you know, 26-4 or 3. I mean, and no bad losses. So we can't take anything for granted.
You're going to maybe sit Jermaine down and show him video of Titus last year against Memphis. I can see
Be nice if we had that kind of game.
How much do you think it means to the guys to get a win for him?
I think it's big. I think it's big, you know, for the guys. They said it in the locker room after the game, but even before I said it, that, hey, we got to win this one for Jermaine. And, you know, Jermaine is the guy that everybody in the team likes. I mean, he's made an effort this year again to be a leader. And they certainly want to send him, you know, out on Sunday afternoon a winner.
Thanks, man.
Yep.